Late-night gas stations are like liminal spaces, brightly lit yet isolated, open to the public yet eerily private. It's where people cross paths, some running on empty and others running from something much darker. Tonight I'll tell you 3 true gas station horror stories, so buckle up. You might think twice before stopping for gas again after midnight. Story 1. The Man Behind the Ice Machine. It was just after 2 a.m. in a rural part of Montana when Jenna, a college student driving home alone for the holidays, pulled into a gas station off the highway. The place looked almost abandoned. One flickering light over the pumps, and the store was closed, but the pumps were still active. As she stepped out to fill her tank, something caught her eye. A man crouched behind the outdoor ice machine near the wall of the store. He wasn't moving, just watching her. She tried to ignore it, focusing on the pump, but her skin prickled with the unmistakable feeling of being watched. She glanced again. The man was gone. She looked around, nothing but silence and pine trees. The pump clicked off. She jumped into her car and locked the doors. As she drove off, headlights suddenly appeared behind her in the mirror. A black pickup truck, no headlights before, just suddenly there, tailgating her. She sped up. So did he. For 40 miles, he followed her, never trying to pass, just staying close. She finally reached a 24-hour diner and pulled in fast. The truck didn't stop. It slowed, then rolled past and disappeared. When she told the police, they checked the gas station cameras. The footage showed the man behind the ice machine creeping toward her car until she looked his way. Then he darted back behind the machine, and a second man climbed out of her back seat, only to vanish when she drove off. Story 2. Welcome to Devil's Corner. In the summer of 2006, a trucker named Roy was driving cross-country through New Mexico when his rig's fuel gauge hit empty. He pulled into a small, rundown gas station in the desert called Devil's Corner. Odd name, but he needed gas. The station had one old pump and a single attendant, a pale, wiry man who didn't speak a word. Roy paid in cash, filled up, and went inside to use the bathroom. It was freezing inside. Fluorescent lights buzzed faintly. He opened the door to the restroom and stopped. It was covered in writing, hundreds of words scratched into the walls, the floor, even the mirror. He watches. Don't sleep. Not real, not real, not real. And a smear of something brownish red across the toilet. He stepped back, uncomfortable, and noticed something strange on the mirror. Not a reflection, but a man's face, right behind him. Except, when he turned around, no one was there. The face stayed frozen in the glass, unmoving, staring into him. Roy ran out without another word. When he returned days later with local authorities, the station was gone. Nothing but an empty patch of cracked dirt, weeds, and sand. He wasn't the first to report Devil's Corner, and he won't be the last. Story 3. The Girl in the Freezer Aisle. In 2018, Miguel, a late-shift gas station worker in Florida, was restocking the freezer section at 3 a.m. when he heard the bell ring at the front of the store. Someone had come in, but no one appeared on the camera feed. Thinking it was a glitch, he went back to stacking sodas. Then he heard it again. Ding. This time followed by faint crying. He peeked out from behind the aisle and saw a little girl, maybe 8 or 9, standing barefoot in front of the freezer. Her dress was soaked, hair matted like she'd come from a storm, but it hadn't rained all night. Miguel approached her gently, asking if she was lost. She didn't answer, just lifted a hand and pointed toward the freezer door. And then she walked through it, vanishing into the glass. Miguel screamed and ran outside. When the police arrived, the footage showed something else. Miguel talking to no one, just air. And the freezer door opening slowly on its own. Turns out, 15 years earlier, a child had gone missing near that gas station. Last seen, barefoot, in a white dress, walking alone on the highway. She was never found. Gas stations are supposed to be safe. Bright lights, security cameras, people coming and going. But sometimes, they're the stage for something much darker. Something that leaves no trace except in memories and nightmares. If you enjoyed these true horror stories, hit that like, subscribe and share for more midnight terror. And remember, next time you stop for gas, look around first. Good night.